Welcome to the JSPT podcast. This is episode 34. If I'm wrong, that's because Josh told me the wrong number.
Don't put this on me. Don't put this on me. Don't ever put this on me. This ain't my fault. Listen, we don't actually have anything counting these. We just go off of, what was last episode that was posted? So put this on Marion and Aaron. Don't put it on Zaire because it's not Zaire's fault. It's not his fault. But it's on Marion or Aaron. I put it on them all the time, every time.
I just found a hair in my chest.
What? That's normal.
That's
wow,
good.
you growing up, bro. Good job.
No, but it's like in a spot that they normally weren't around. That's spreading.
I noticed there's hair growing on my knuckle.
Your knuckle?
Yeah, bro, it's weird. Nah, bro, for real, it's weird. Like, I was chilling.
My man got the monkey.
Hold on. If y'all hear the ghost laughing, it's not ghost. It's actually two guests today. We got Alex here. Say hi, Alex.
What's up?
And we got Jardi here. And this is a special edition because this is our first sports edition. We're gonna be try to pump these out, I guess, weekly. We're trying to. That's what we're trying.
We will do it. If you believe it,
bet.
If you see it, then you can achieve
not
it.
Try.
Yeah.
Head ass. All right, bro. Whatever. Yes, we're going to pump them out weekly. Sports discussions.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do them on Thursdays. Why Thursdays? Why the fuck not? So
yeah, I feel like that's a good day, bro. Thursday's a great day out of sports week, bro.
Yeah, it just feels like a good day for that. What we're gonna probably do on a more weekly basis is talk about like more things oriented to like matchups we expect to happen, like how we plan. Okay, so like for the upcoming week, there'll be like basketball games, football games, maybe MMA matches, and we'll pretty much be here to like talk about what we expect to happen. Any sort of sports news that we find interesting, we'll talk about. It's not necessarily just pro sports too. If we see some crazy shit happen, like some high school kid breaks some record or something, and we find it interesting, we'll talk about that. Or another kid is forced to cut their dreadlocks because they fight in a fucking wrestling tournament in like Texas or some shit. We'll talk about that. Talk about whatever. But this week in particular, we have a very, very special event that we want to talk about. There was a UFC event this past weekend that just passed. It was UFC 246, yeah. So Conor McGregor, Donald Cerrone. And we're recording this, like I said, or like we said, on the Thursday after. So it's the 23rd of January. And yeah, I mean, shit. I guess we could just go down the list. Alex, how'd you feel about the event as a whole? And then we'll get into the Conor fight.
I liked it. I enjoyed every fight, even though it went down, majority of them, well, actually all of them besides one, as a submission. It was good, though. It was entertaining. Even the prelims were entertaining to watch. Like, it was good. But I was hoping Conor's fight would last longer. I mean, I'm not really hoping. I was expecting it to. But he's surprised a lot of people for what he did. And I'm happy he's back.
Yeah, that's definitely a big point. Yeah, and we were making note of that while it was happening. We're like, yo, is every fight going to end in submission or like just end up on the ground? Like every fight was going to the ground, which normally makes for less entertaining at times, but it really depends how the ground thing goes. I mean, the same could be said about stand-up. You know, if two fighters aren't really engaging each other and they're just moving around a lot, just having like a who can shuffle around the ring longer contest, you know, that's also not exciting. Because I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if we saw it together. You remember way back when Francis Ngannou fought Derek Lewis? Did you watch that together?
Yeah, I think yeah.
That was like the lowest strikes thrown in a UFC fight ever. And for viewers who may not know, these are two heavyweight fighters, which is the heaviest division in the UFC. And both these guys throw bombs, especially Francis Ngannou. But Derek Lewis also isn't no slouch. And basically these two guys, these two massive black dudes who can fucking punch someone's brain into the stratosphere, refuse to throw punches at each other because they were both scared of each other pretty much. They went on for, I'm not sure if it was 5 rounds. I pray to God I didn't sit down for 25 minutes of that. I'm gonna hope that it was only 15 minutes, and it ended up being like the least, like being a fight that had the least strikes thrown in UFC history. And it was just like, oh my God, because everyone thought like someone was gonna get fucking sniped, and it never happened. No one, like neither one of them even got hurt.
None of them wanted to get knocked out.
Yeah, and I guess that's it. I mean, but neither one of them also wanted to wrestle, so that was also annoying. So it really depends, but I do think more cases than not, if the fight goes to the ground, it has a higher chance of being less entertaining. But yeah. What about you, Jardi?
I'll go with the same thing. There was a lot of submissions. There was one. There was supposed to be another fight, and it was canceled. So it was kind of. So the event was shorter. So that's something I got really disappointed on. But hey, the fights were amazing.
Yeah.
So the fucking high school teacher, that shit was really funny. I think that was like that was really the funniest one. Like, how do you go back to school when you hyping yourself up with your class? You feel me?
Oh yeah, that one black guy. I forgot his name. And I think it was his debut. Hold up, I'm gonna look up the undercard. Come pull up his name.
I forgot his
you
name.
Go ahead, keep talking about it. The dude was Jamaican, right?
Yeah, he was Jamaican. Yeah,
he's a Jamaican guy. So there was this one fighter who was in the undercard. I'm still trying to find it. It was in the prelims. Yeah, it was Andre Philly versus Sodiq Yusuf. Sodiq, yeah, he had a rough debut. These are 145 pounders, and yeah, this nigga Yusuf, you're right. Like before fights when they show the like the lifestyle of the fighters and what their life is like. Turns out Sodiq is like a fucking like elementary school teacher or some shit. High school
middle
teacher?
school, I think. No, middle.
Yeah, so like it probably was something in the middle. So, and yeah, the dude's like a middle school teacher, and he got his ass busted.
I'm not gonna front. That shit is cool that he's a teacher, but the way he was fighting, like the other dude was like, he was like trying to like pin him down, like he had reach on him. You feel me? You could have played that against it. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, he like engaged the guy who was involved, and like the guy got him to the ground, and it was over for Sodiq. Sodiq, if you're hearing this, bro, you gotta work on your Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because in terms of like physicality and everything, and I know that Jamaican work ethic, which is a joke I made, because I was like, oh, like this nigga's Jamaican, he definitely got more than, like he definitely has like 3 other jobs other than being a fighter, and then they showed the video of him being a teacher. That was mad funny. I fucking called it, bro. But yeah, bro, just take that Jamaican work ethic and apply it to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You'll be golden. I guarantee it. Another funny fight was that nigga Maurice Green.
Oh yeah.
That was the really tall, ugly dude with the weird teeth.
Yeah.
And he got beat up by the old ass Russian guy. You remember that? Bro, that fight was just, I don't know. I was just weak. And I think
everybody was
I think I was drinking. And I think I was drinking too, so I was just really rolling. I was just so weak. And like the Russian guy has like a weird fighting style. He throws like these leaping uppercuts and shit.
Bro, he loses balance when he throws a punch. It's wild.
Like, yeah, but he fucked up a dude up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah, go ahead.
My man's was lost in the beginning, like, you know, when they like check him out, check to their padding for the gloves and shit. My man was going the opposite way. He was lost.
The Russian guy is like the Russian guy did over 60 MMA fights, professional MMA fights.
And the other dude only had like
it looked like he didn't know where the fuck. Yeah, it didn't look like he didn't know where the fuck to go. They were like, all right, like they're checking his gloves and shit. He's like, what? Like I guess maybe in whatever professional league he's fighting in Russia, they don't check fighters and shit, because that nigga didn't know what was going on, but he got the win. He got the win though, so I gotta give him that.
He probably got confused that the other dude who he was fighting with didn't have bricks in his gloves.
Yeah. Wait, Josh, how did you feel about the Holly Holm fight? That shit was whack, right?
I mean, nah, it wasn't really whack. It was she was doing what she had to do to get the dub. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what she said too.
True.
I mean,
yeah,
do what
true,
you gotta do. If it works, don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it, is basically what she kinda said. But she was like, if it works, keep doing it, which is what, you know, the opposite, or not the same. It's the same, not the opposite. But I mean, in all, it was the most, I feel, technical UFC event in a while. There was a lot of just technical fights, man. I mean, if you're a fan of the sport for that, you know, that aspect, that there's multiple different styles of fighting that can be used in UFC, and that's the beauty of it all, then you probably enjoyed this. I mean, every fight before the Conor fight was pretty damn long. So, I mean, the event in all, you could be like, oh, I didn't get my money's worth. But at the end of the day, you probably got the same length of UFC action that you would have gotten any other UFC event. So, I mean, I feel like it was worth it.
That's true. That's true. I would have liked to see Holly try to scrap a little more because I feel like we don't got too much Holly left. She's getting old. Not, but it's all good.
Give her dubs, man. She want to walk out with some more W's.
Some wins before she retires. Yeah, I feel that.
I fuck with it.
Can we talk about the fight before the event started with Roxanne and what's her name? I forgot her name, but Roxanne and
Roxanne and Macy Barber.
Yeah, that fight was really fucking good. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna front. Yeah, that one was really entertaining because Macy. So, what was it like the first round? Macy like moved back on one of I think Roxanne's like kicks or punches, moved back to dodge it, and her back leg just gave out.
Yeah, but she was still going strong, dude.
Yeah, and she winced in pain, and I was like, oh, her leg, and then like it turns out she tore her MCL, which is like I think it's one of the side tendons in the knee, and the whole rest of the fight she just kept scrapping and trying to win, and Roxanne like leaked her on her big head. Also, Macy, I say this in a loving way. You're beautiful with your little big head, and
I think it's
and her shit was leaking. All this Kool-Aid was coming out of her brain.
Yeah, I think all the blood on that mat was hers.
Yeah, she fucking bloodied the place up. Roxanne was trying to beat her ass, but it was really interesting too because despite the knee thing, she was able to like reverse a lot of the bottom positions, and I guess it makes sense. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because I listened to the UFC official podcast called UFC Unfiltered, I think, and it has Matt Serra, who's a former I think welterweight champion, this, that, and the third. He beat GSP and shocked the world. He didn't hold on to the belt very long, but he's a really entertaining, funny guy, and he's a big nerd too. And he's old, and anyway, his big thing that he still practices is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he always talks about how he has bum knees, and he says like he walks with a waddle and shit, but he says, and like he always talks like this, he says, but Jimmy, get me on the mat, I'll come over the fuck out of you. So I guess basically if you got bum legs, take a motherfucker to the ground, chuck the shit out of them. But yeah, Macy definitely put up a good fight. I hope she has a pretty good recovery. It's gonna be a while, right, Alex? You said like
9 months. How long is it supposed
to be? 9 months? Fuck. But yeah, that makes sense. And I hope she has a good recovery. I hope she makes a comeback and starts moving up through her division when she gets the chance.
That fight was going off pretty good though. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Yeah, it was good. All right, so let's talk about this motherfucker. This Conor Donald fight, dude. The whole play-by-play it was so quick, motherfucker. Conor came out, trying to take his head off. A lot of people think that he's trying to break Masvidal's record because he came out there and threw the hardest left hand ever. Fucking Cowboy slips it, but catches like not a knee, but a thigh straight to the face.
Straight thigh.
And then Donald, I guess instinctively tried to like engage Conor in a clinch with some like underhooks or whatever. And Conor just that shit did not work. Conor just started shoulder checking the fuck out of his nose. And I was like, oh, the shoulder. And then he fucking broke his nose. And like, that's confirmed. He broke his shit on like the third shoulder strike. Donald moved back, wincing in pain, like, oh, Billy. And then fucking
caught the foot.
No, fucking Donald tried to throw his head kick first. Conor blocked that shit. And then he threw his head kick.
Head kick and knocked the shit out of him. And
fucking caught him with the toes, which is also impressive because like normally the toes don't knock a nigga. Donald was like, ooh. Then fucking Conor just started laying left hands into him. And Herb Dean tried to let that shit rock. He's like, oh nah, nigga. Like motherfuckers pay all this money. This shit about to be over already. Herb Dean tried to let it rock, but he had to call it off, bro. That was an amazing fight. I was just in shock.
Yeah,
I mean the only time I made noise, I was like, oh, the shoulders. And then I was just quiet. Like I couldn't get nothing else out. I was just in shock. I was like, what the fuck?
Another thing that was like crazy about the fight is like I thought Conor wasn't gonna be able to set up his left what is it, his right punch or her left punch? I don't remember. I think it's left punch.
His real left is
because that shit hits like a fucking cannon, dude. And like of course the fucking Conor has more reach than him somehow, but
I think they don't measure reach just from shoulders to arms. I think they measure your entire wingspan maybe and do some weird thing. I don't know, because the reason why is because like I know Conor has really long like he has really wide like shoulders. But in terms of arm length, I don't know. But then again, it's kind of hard to like eyeball that and be like, oh, his his arms are longer than but I think it's full wingspan.
I think it's wingspan.
Yeah. But they call it reach in like fighting, and Conor has wide ass shoulders, and I guess he fucking used that shit.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I thought that fight was gonna be longer, and then you just see my man's Donald fucking drop. I'm like, oh, okay, seems like it's ending.
I was kind of sad too. Like when it ended, I felt sad in a way because I remember a particular press conference thing when Donald said out of his mouth, he said some shit along the lines of basically that he knows that Conor was gonna want to try to end the fight quick because that's where he works best. But Donald's like, hell no, I want a war. I want to go out there and fight him for as long as possible. This is what I've been waiting for. A great opportunity to prove myself like this. And then I think about his son wearing the cowboy hats. And then his grandma showed up. Oh, Grandma Cerrone, people. She showed up, I think, during the early prelims. She was there from the beginning. Like the picture I saw, there were no people in the other seats behind her. And it was like a shot that showed like the higher seats and everything too. There was no one there. Grandma Cerrone was there for so long to support her grandson. Just to see him get his fucking face kicked in by an Irishman.
She came with her little cowboy boots too and everything.
Yeah, looking all precious. But she gave Conor love. Yeah.
No, of course, both of them respect each other because Conor was.
No, I'm saying like, I got respect for the grandma sitting there from like beginning all the way to the end. Like,
I got to my baby. Yeah, yo, Josh, like, what does this mean for Conor, bro? Is he back?
Yeah, I think so. But I think other people smell blood in the water.
They smell blood?
Oh, Masvidal is looking.
Wait, hold on. First, I got to expose before we talk about... My bad. First, I got to expose you before we talk about...
I exposed myself last episode, though.
Last episode?
Yeah, I already said I lost $30.
But just in case you watch last episode, this nigga bet mad people.
Yeah, I paid
that Conor was going to lose.
To Omar.
I
didn't pay Ryan. That nigga was not getting my money. That was after the event started. I bet Omar way before the event started, so I knew that I was gonna like keep up with that.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead. So, who do you think?
I mean, going into it, I knew. I mean, before the event started, I knew Conor was gonna win. I was just playing it just in case Conor didn't win. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, just in case.
Bro,
like,
nothing in life gets me so like, bro. Nothing gives me these butterflies. I love these events. Like, I get butterflies when like a fighter I care about is about to fight. I get so nervous and shit. Like nothing in life does that to me at the moment. I have nothing that does that to me. So it feels nice. I love these events.
I like the way how Josh was thinking. Like if Conor lost, he would come back even more pissed off if like he actually stayed back. So yeah, I was like kind of on the both sides, you know. But like I'm like, but my boy Conor, I was just happy, dude. I was just yelling I'm like, damn.
Yeah. I don't know. I was feeling that this was real, like, make or break for Conor because the nigga ain't fighting it. Or I forgot what I saw, but it was something like he ain't win a professional fight before this in like 1,000 days. Technically. No, not technically, just like in like a literal sense. Because he lost to Floyd, and there was a long build up to that. And then he took a lot of time off, and then there was a long build up to the Khabib fight, and he lost that, and it's been a while since that. It's been over a year, nigga.
God damn, Khabib.
It's been a minute. Like, he busted his ass a while ago. So it's like, damn, Conor, like, but and also like seeing a lot of like press stuff and him talking to like Ariel Ioane and just how he's saying like he's been trying to like reinvent himself and get himself laser focused again. I was like, bro, if he don't win this shit now, like at least if he don't win this, he could go on and lose some, but it means so much for him to win this next one because this motherfucker is saying and swearing that he's so focused and putting it out there and putting the energy out there, and I believe him. I believe he's a man of his word in that way, and it's like if you lose, it might be time to hang him up. But he's so young too. He's not old by no means. I think Conor's 31. Yeah, he's 31. A lot of people feel like that's most athletes' prime age is like the early 30s. Early 30s until you hit like I want to say like 33 is when you start fading. Like 28 to 33, that 5-year like period is like prime because you hit that point where you're like physically great, but you also done learned a lot. You know?
Yeah, I have a lot of experience, like that Russian did. From the plate.
Yeah, exactly, that motherfucker, bro. He's the GOAT. Let me stop.
I think I fucked up and had too much, bro. I was confused.
That's the other thing with fighters too. Like they get punch drunk, so you don't want to fight too long. But yeah. So where do you guys think Conor goes from here?
Okay, so from what Josh was trying to say with Jorge, I don't know if he should fight Jorge yet. I would want to see him fight more in that division before he goes straight to Jorge.
Yeah.
Because, like, I would want to see Jorge and Usman go for a title to each other and then go from there first.
Yes.
Because I feel like after that fight, then they could determine which one he fights.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, none of them, I mean, you know, Jorge has the BMF fight or the BMF title, and then Usman has the actual championship belt. So I feel like those two would be a good fight to watch. And then after that, you know, then you decide which one of the two Conor fights.
Okay, I got you. So what about you,
Jorge against Khabib right now?
They're in separate divisions.
I know. Fuck that. That guy's a fucking
Khabib probably walk around like a fucking middleweight. That nigga's thick. That Russian one.
He is thick.
Yeah.
So what about you, Josh?
I already answered this, didn't
Okay, so you just like you saying just Jorge? Like you think?
I? I mean,
For Conor to fight next?
yeah, that's why I would love to see that. I'm kind of just that's the icing on the cake. That's a good fight. I mean,
Do you agree, Jardi?
Yeah, but I want that fight to happen, but like I'm with Alex as well. Like, give my man some time before he goes.
he had all the time. Jorge didn't even like break a sweat in his last fight because they called the shit.
Let my man Conor savor this win before he gets another one, dude.
All right, now here's the thing. Conor himself has said that he wants to fight like 3 times this year. So with that said, the nigga just won this fight lickety split. No, he didn't even get hit.
Nope,
no, I wouldn't.
So he's nigga. He ready to run it back tomorrow. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like not literally, but it's good for him to just get right back into it before, like maybe at the beginning of spring. So he has enough time to, like, in case that fight's a real war, he has time to maybe squeeze out another one before the year's over. You know?
I can't say this about Conor though. The old Conor, yes, was very entertaining, but he was also an idiot and wild at the same time. This Conor, still entertaining, but more respectable. So I do like that too as well.
Fuck that. Bring old Conor back.
Yeah, bro. I was looking at this Conor. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? No, I like the approach he took because it seems like it's like a growing period for him. I think from here on out, he's gonna talk shit because he's talking a little bit of shit to Jorge, like in the post-fight press conference. I think it was just with a Donald thing. I think he just genuinely like really just like respects Donald and was like, I have no beef with this guy. There's no reason to like try to talk shit. Plus, Donald probably is not the type of person, like he's not gonna talk back, so it's not gonna sell the fight anymore. The mere fact that I'm fighting is gonna sell. You know, I think it's a different place. Now, as far as for who I think he needs to fight next, I've given this a lot of thought, and I think the best matchup is Jorge. And here's the reason why. You got it now. If you look at lightweight, which is the division he just moved up from, but he's still listed in there. He still has plans to fight in that. The next fight that's happening, a big one in that division, is Khabib Ferguson, right? Conor fucked Dustin Poirier up years ago. They could run it back, but I don't see that happening. Plus, Dustin just got his ass handed to him by Khabib. I think he wants to take time to find himself because Khabib ass whoopers tend to do that. Yeah, like Khabib ass whoopers tend to do that. Like they make you reevaluate life because he just manhandles you like a little bitch. Justin Gaethje or Gaethje. I have no idea why I'm saying it so wrong. Well, it's because it's spelled that way. Justin Gaethje is a lightweight fighter who's ranked number 4. He's really good. He's a really good fighter. I think it's a thing where honestly, Conor probably doesn't want that fight necessarily right now because he's like a boogeyman sort of vibe where it's like he's not that big of a name and he has potential to actually beat Conor. And if you were to beat Conor, it's just going to be all net benefit for Justin. Whereas for Conor, it's some benefit, but only to real fight fans. You know, like I think Jardi and Alex don't know who he is, and Josh, do you know who Justin Gaethje is?
Gaethje? Nah.
I'm looking at him right now.
Exactly. And by the way, he's ranked 4 in
the lightweight. Yeah,
he's a badass, but nobody knows him. So it's like, so it's like a boogeyman scenario. Conor beats him, and everyone's like, okay, you beat some guy I never heard of. But if he beats Conor, fucking big deal. So that's like
he beat Cowboy.
Yes, he fucked Cowboy up.
What a knockout.
Which is why some people were like, yo, that's the next fight because they both beat Cowboy. Now it's time to see who's better out of those two, you know? But I don't think Conor's going to take that. Conor's definitely not going to fight Colby. I think Colby needs to find himself too. He just got his ass whooped. Kamaru is waiting.
What about Tony?
Tony Ferguson. Now, see, here's the thing about Tony Ferguson and a Khabib rematch. No, but see, here's the thing. Them niggas ain't fighting till April. Conor does not want to wait till April. Because think about it. Okay, fine, he fight in April. So they're going to fight the next month, right? No, nigga, they're going to have to recover themselves. So that means he's going to have to wait not only a recovery time for his fight, but another recovery time for their fight. And also, I watched a YouTube video by this guy named Mick Somali Whopper. He's like one of my favorite like UFC YouTubers. And he described fighting Tony Ferguson, I think, in the best way I've ever heard. Fighting that motherfucker is like fighting, I think, a storm of razor blades, he said. That nigga cuts you up. He fucks you up. I think Khabib's going to win. I'm rooting for Khabib, but I don't think Khabib's going to go like win and then be like, all right, I'm fine. He's going to have to take some time to recover from that fight. That's going to be a fucking war. And yeah, so Conor should not be waiting for that. If anything, Conor should be looking to fight whoever wins that one in the winter.
He also won against Cowboy. Holy shit.
But for his spring summer fight, I think the only option is either Nate Diaz to finish out that trifecta because they both got one win over each other, or Jorge. I think those are the only two fights to pick from.
But the thing is, Conor was trying to get Diaz last year too.
Yeah, I think the thing is he's just an anomaly. Like, who knows if he's gonna fight again or when he's gonna fight again. But if Conor can hit him up and Diaz is like, fuck it, I want the money, and they run it back, that'll be dope. But if not, I think the Jorge fight needs to happen. And Masvidal and Conor both seem like they're kind of alluding to. I mean, hell, I don't know if you guys know that fucking Versace robe that Jorge was wearing.
Yeah,
that Conor called him out for in the post-fight octagon interview. Conor wore that shit in a open workout years ago. The same one.
Really?
Yup. And that couldn't have been no accident. Jorge knew what he was doing. The same Versace robe. I don't know. And that's why Conor made a note about it and said some shit about it, like right after the fight. So I think they want the fight. And if they want it, I want it. And that's gonna be a goodie.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And I like both of those guys too. So
yeah. Both of them are really entertaining.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I said I guess we can transition out of the UFC now. If you guys are ready for that. Yeah. Or do you have any closing thoughts? No closing thoughts? All right, fuck it. So we're gonna try to bust through the rest of these sports things quickly. What was it? It was I think I want to say earlier this week. Fucking Kansas State versus Kansas University or whatever, right? These niggas tried to outdo the UFC event. These motherfuckers. So there was a late game block from the team that was winning. I think it was Kansas U. They were busting their ass too by like 30 or some shit, right?
59-81.
Yeah. So by like 20 something. They're busting their ass, and at the end of the game, the team that was down got stripped. Like they were just trying to, like the Jayhawks were just trying to like dribble out the clock, and then next thing you know, one of the players on the other team stole the ball, and one like this Jayhawks like big man was not going for it. This nigga like ran down the court and fucking punched that shit off the backboard, but kind of like bumped and like I think knocked the guy over that he blocked. And next thing you know, a fucking brawl just ensued. Motherfuckers is wilding. Like some nigga grabbed the chair, and it's like, damn, like that's crazy. So like, I don't know how y'all feel about it. Hate to see it or love to see it. Go, Alex.
I think I'm a little bit of both. Like, obviously, it's just a sport. Like, I don't think they're fit to be fighting each other like this. Like, this is college. This is gonna be shown before the NBA. Like, if you get into it or something, like they'll probably talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I like it. It's entertaining. Like, it shows. Like before, like all I see the clip is them fighting. I don't know what happened before everything else. Like they must have been talking crap. It must have been static that led up to this. So, usually when you see two teams going at it like this, it's entertaining. But when it comes down to this, it's like the problem with this is more like your future is what it comes down to. It's really the only issue because it could really hurt your transition into the NBA or like wherever you go, or if you're staying in college and then you could lose game time in college because of this. Like, who knows what's going to happen to each individual player?
a couple niggas got suspended for the rest of the season, maybe next year too, because the NCAA don't play this shit. And I think everybody who's on the court and niggas who was like literally they just kept five players on each team in. They ejected everybody else.
Yeah, this
And
ain't
they did that just
normal
right,
for
and they did that just
NCAA.
around the time so they could officially end the game. Yeah, the
They
NCAA don't play that shit.
No.
They don't play that shit at all. So what about you, Josh? Hate to see it, love to see it.
I don't like to see shit like this. I mean, in the NBA, it's a whole different story.
But these are young niggas, right?
Yeah, they young niggas.
Fucking up their
You
degrees.
gotta get your shit together. This shit follows you. Like Alex said, but I mean, at the same time, it's a little more than that. Like, I mean, you suspended for a whole year. That's your draft stock.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, you're not there yet. You haven't made it. In NBA, those people have made it. They grown ass men who all make millions of dollars. So it's funny to watch them fight because it ain't really a fight because they know damn well if it was really a fight, they're gonna lose the millions and them sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not good to get, off your rocker. I'm pretty sure back in the day, I think there was a fight at Georgetown. At least they were someone was trying to cook it up with Allen Iverson, and he had that brawl happen back at Hampton, so he knew damn well not to get in that shit. But all the rest of Georgetown was trying to, but they settled that shit real fast. NCAA ain't a big fan of that shit. Just even pushing and shoving all that bullshit. They try to cut that shit down completely. But when you get into an all-out brawl, they call that shit. That's over. That's over for it. I mean, you don't see all-out brawls like that either. There's only been a few in the NBA as well, like all-out brawls. You don't see that shit too often. So
what about you, Jardi? Hate to see it. So what about you, Jardi? Hate to see it. I love to see it. Also, mind you, I'm like half stealing like a question thingy that this other podcast. I think it's one of them official NBA podcasts. I don't remember the name, but y'all know who y'all are. Yes, I'm stealing this from you. What are you gonna do about it? Go ahead, Jardi. Hate to see it.
It's of course it's like entertaining to watch them go in a fight, but like Alex says, this fucks over your future, and like that was like of course that was a really nasty block. Like I give him respect for that, but why the fuck do you go over the dude and like disrespect him? Like you're losing.
No, that was the winning team.
That was the winning team. Oh, okay.
The winning team that punches shit.
Okay. Wait, but what's the point? Yeah, there's that wasn't very sportsmanship.
I feel like he could have stared at him from a distance. I don't think he had to like get up on him like that, like he did. So, but then again, it is Kansas versus Kansas. So,
well,
Kansas State versus Kansas.
I love to see it. I love it. This shit is just it's funny because it's like, here's what I look at it. Yes, y'all right. These are young men, young black men with talent and doing some shit with their life. And doing shit like this just makes all this hard work that you work for a little bit in jeopardy. You're fucking up draft stock. You're fucking up, and not only like NBA draft stock, but like potentially playing it overseas to an extent. And also like a lot of y'all niggas are not going to the league. A lot of y'all niggas are not play pro ball. So y'all got to get your degrees and doing shit like this. That puts that stuff in, like in a weird spot. Plus, it's just like you, to an extent, you represent. Like when you're a black person in the public's eye, especially an athlete for some fucking reason, you represent everybody else. So you're also making the rest of your teammates look bad. You're making yourself look bad, your family look bad, and the rest of the niggas look bad in all of America. But I kind of like this shit sometimes. Basketball brawls are also funny because these niggas never really get it. Like it's always weird, and like I think what it comes from, because I refuse to believe that none of these ball players know how to fight. I think it's a thing of like your mind is just somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like your neurons and everything are firing on movements with basketball. All your instinct is basketball movements. This is why I start throwing hands. You just forget how to fight for a second because you got to rewire your shit. So niggas like, oh, bitch. And they start grabbing hair and shit. It's like, nah, nigga, I know you know how to fight better than this. It's like your brain is just elsewhere. Like a second ago, you trying to calculate how to pull up from half court, and then your brain switching to like throwing hands and trying to block shots and like block punches and shit. So I think these shit's always funny. I think the best part of it all though was the block and then like the pushing and shoving. But then when niggas started grabbing chairs and all that extra shit started happening, I think that was a little bit too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say
bringing in a turtle tank in the middle of the recording. Sorry about if you hear some noise, but she's hooking it up. She cleaned the turtle tank. So
another thing that's like the chair thing was OD. That was like
whichever nigga grabbed the chair, take away his degree.
Yeah. My man's grabbed the
What are you doing, nigga? Like this ain't the WWE, motherfucker. Shoot the ball. Why you grabbing chairs for that little ass brawl? No one was in real danger. Fuck you trying to. You the one actually elevating it to that level where somebody could really get hurt.
It was the person who started the fight, dude. Well, that threw the punch. It was that dude who picked it up.
I don't know, man. Niggas
He was
bugging.
big mad, man. That's the problem. He was just upset.
Bro, he was. There was.
He's the one who got blocked, right?
No.
Okay.
He was the one that blocked the ball. They were winning, like you said. So
the nigga that punched it, walked over him, and he grabbed the chair?
No. Okay, so the guy, he blocked him. The guy was on the floor. He looks over him. His team comes over, and then one of them gets pushed into him, and then he starts swinging. The guy on the winning team. And then he goes in the back. The teammates pull up. They have the dude in the corner or whatever the fuck is going on over there. And then you see my man's picking up a chair. Like, what are you doing? You're literally throwing your career away if you like.
Wow, niggas is bugging, bro. These Kansas niggas are different. These Kansas, and also another reason why I'm not too worried about it, and I'm not as concerned with these motherfuckers' future because they don't play for Duke, so fuck them. Moving on. Derek Jeter, he's in the Hall of Fame. Yay! Who here really cares?
I'm not into baseball, but I know who he is, obviously.
Yeah, I think I saw him play once. I don't know.
My family's fan of baseball. I have like New York Yankees stuff because I mean they're fans for New York Yankees, and
I mean the New York Fitted is the best one.
I mean, yeah, it is. They got the nice colors and stuff.
With
So,
the Tims.
but yeah, I mean it's cool. I never really paid attention, so it's cool to see who gets into the Hall of Fame. Then I can kind of like learn for what they did because I'm like, oh, this guy got in there. Let's see what he did.
Yeah, I would have guessed he was already in, but
I didn't guess he was already in because he just retired like 4 years, maybe 3 years ago, maybe four. I don't remember. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. It wasn't long ago, not that long ago. But I like that. I care about that. I used to watch baseball a lot. Not too long ago. I probably stopped watching baseball about 4 years ago. So around the time he fucking retired. But I mean, I feel like that's fine. Like that's whatever. I used to keep up with baseball. Let me say watch. I used to keep up with baseball. I used to watch some games if I was bored enough. I had a different life I would live back then. But I think Jeter is a very good player. One of the best RBI players, a base runner. I think he's really good.
Is it okay if I bring up some kind of controversial shit he said?
Go for it.
All right, so I'm not sure if they spinning this. I refuse to like you know how I am. I pull news and I'll pull up an article for it, but I ain't gonna dissect the article. I'm gonna probably read like the first like 2 paragraphs. But it's also coming from the Daily News, so I don't know. But basically, in short, let's see. I think he was asked about the rapid decline in Black participation in Major League Baseball, and he basically summed it up to. Also, mind you, it's just like a quote from articles. I didn't watch the interview or the like conference he had, he said, I think the younger generation, and let me finish before anyone judges me. I think you're into instant gratification. Now, I think he's wrong. Nah, I don't. And the article goes on to explain the different dynamics between between the NFL and the NBA, where like the rosters are like what I think they say here, like at least 70% or more Black in both those leagues. Whereas in the MLB, back when when Derek Jeter first joined, I think it was 16.1% Black, the MLB. Now it's in his final season, it was down all the way down to 6.7% Black. So motherfuckers, so niggas don't like baseball no more.
Not
big one, which is like that's something I've noticed. Yeah, because I see a lot of old.
Love to watch it.
Yeah, like I see a lot of old baseball legends and like motherfuckers is Black, and I don't hear about no more except for like Big Papi. So,
he ain't Black.
It's a Hispanic sport.
He's not Black. Is he from DR?
Yeah,
he's from
DR.
And he's darker than both of us combined.
Yeah.
He's Black, bro. And I'm sorry to all those Dominicans in denial if you're listening, but you're fucking Black. You have Haitian blood in you. Get over it. The fuck? You know, like, yes, you're Dominican, but you're a Dominican Black. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, Black doesn't mean
no, Black is Black is everywhere.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and Big Papi was big black. Fucking.
You're right, and I think
and basically they just go on to like also mention how like if you look at it though, he's not really wrong. The thing is because he said, and I didn't really know this was a thing. With baseball, most guys like I think they finish all their years playing college baseball, then they go to the minor leagues, and then they go to the majors.
They don't
I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that! I ain't playing baseball for that boring ass sport for that long just to finally get paid, nigga. No,
because the payoff is worth. I mean, they still are the highest contracts.
Nigga, I know, but I'm shooting a 3-pointer and getting paid right out of college, motherfucker.
No, yeah, he's right though. I mean, it's
and I think he's wrong for that. Yeah, and I think, but what the Daily News kind of like criticize him for, which I don't think is fair. He's just having a small like sit down. Is like when you really look at the situation, you gotta look at the backgrounds of these children, and they're coming from more impoverished backgrounds, meaning like they need to get to that money quicker for the time investment.
This?
Huh?
Who criticizes?
Fucking Daily News, bro.
Oh, I can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's literally right. And for anyone who thinks otherwise, it's probably because you think that your sport is better and no one wants to play boring ass baseball. I mean, in hindsight,
he's right, but I don't think it's something to be like mad about and like criticize.
Yeah,
and also, I don't think he was doing that.
Yeah, no,
he was just making an observation. He's like, nah, black kids probably don't want to play this shit, or kids in general are probably just made baseball as much. Because
it was an educated guess, because I mean, or not even educated guess. It was dead ass true. I mean, he right. Nobody's trying to play baseball because it takes too long for you to hit big into the majors. Some people do skip the minors and go straight to the majors sometimes.
Yeah.
But you gotta be amazing, and it's not very easy to be amazing at a sport where other people can be just as good, because I mean, it's a skill sport. To be honest with you, the pitcher skill, hitting,
that too. Yeah, it's like
a skill to it. I mean, it's a weird skill, but it's a skill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, not to be that guy, but it just seems like there's some things that black people that tend to be inclined to do better when they're born with a nice, natural, like good gene pool. It seems like there's some sports that we really like prosper at, and none of those skills seem like they'll be that helpful in baseball. You know, like jumping high, running fast. Like yes, running fast, but nigga, if you could just hit the ball hard, you don't need to fuck it. You know what I mean? Like baseball's like it's one of those games. I feel it kind of evens things out as long as you're not like super out of shape. It kind of evens things out. Like fucking Babe Ruth is a legend, and that nigga look like he's just sucking down 40.
No, I mean, yeah, no. If you're the thing about baseball is, and I've always said this. I mean,
equalizer.
If you're a good hitter, and what that means to be a good hitter is you can hit any kind of ball, curve, slow, knuckle. If you can hit fast, which is, I mean, come on, it seems like it's the easiest thing to hit, but come on, that shit's going fucking fast. You got that 90.
It's like you don't gotta be like 6'6".
No, motherfuckers is big. They tall as hell.
No, I know they are, but you don't got to be.
Oh no, if you ain't got to. If you're a short, if you short and you a good hitter, and you got great strength and hand-eye coordination, you can hit the ball. You're gonna be. I mean, in baseball gonna be easy for you. I mean, if you hitting home runs every game, you ain't gotta run, so your ass can be fat. You can be, exactly. You can be Barry Bonds. You can be Babe Ruth.
Don't gotta be fast and ass. Yeah. So it makes sense.
It's funny because everybody, Barry Bonds was on he was on roids after about 400 of his fucking home runs, so it don't matter. He still hit 400 of them bitches, and then
but Barry Bonds is on that shit that make your head grow. That nigga head got bigger.
That nigga didn't have a big ass head.
He was sticking that shit in his ass and getting thick. Barry Bonds.
He was getting big, man. But I
think another thing too is convenience. You can also say this about football, but I feel like basketball, but I don't know. It's like with baseball, you really need like a field.
Nah, I mean, it's real weird. Like, yeah, you gotta have a field. I mean, they make fields. Baseball fields are like one of the first thing made in cities for the real. Be real with you. They be made, bro. Be made. Y'all got something around New York.
But think about how many people could like play in a city at a given time versus how many people. I mean, also
you can make bases too. Let's be real. Y'all got bases. You got kids used to make bases in the streets and shit, man.
I know, but that's not the same, bro. Like you could play a whole real ass basketball game at any moment. Just go outside, boom, back. You know, like, and also this is a New Yorker, like, you know, point of view. This playgrounds play basketball fucking everywhere. Baseball fields, I know of like 2.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Like
that's the Mecca though.
There's a lot of
and that's what I'm saying. Like it is a different, thing. So I don't know. Probably in other places, it's probably a lot more common than I know.
It's just the same thing. He could be talking about gratification this way too. Honestly, when you think about, I mean, I'm just spitballing, but bro, how easy of a sport, and how little the mind span of someone watching football is to me. They play one side. You know what I'm saying? Like you pushing the ball down one field, bro. And yeah, they playing defense against them. If they good defenders, yeah, it's good. Like it's a good game to watch. But most of the time, you just watching the ball go one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like sports like basketball at least got a little bit more defense to it, but that's also fading. The only sports that's still keeping, defense active is baseball, European soccer, or not European soccer, but
So wait, question.
soccer.
You're saying that football fans are retarded?
No, I'm just saying that people. Nah, I don't put me on that. I just said that I feel like it's just it's an American thing, man. It's an American thing, bro. We get lazy with our sports, and people aren't noticing it.
America's pastime.
Yeah, baseball is. That's the thing. That's the thing holding us down. And everybody want to be like, "Oh, baseball's so boring." That's why they calling it boring, is because their attention spans have only gotten used to watching scoring constant, and they can't handle a shutout. They can't handle no one hitting the ball. They can't handle, oh, he just got 3 strikes and that guy is actually out. That shit boring to them. They want to see action. It's whatever.
You just
respect to everybody want action, bro. We all Zoomers at this point. Fuck it. That's a fact. I stand on that. Marion probably got a whole bunch going on in the background.
Yo, my mom is fucking she's like knocking everything over and shit. I hope it doesn't pick up. I muted my mic, but I don't know if Craig still picks this stuff up. I don't think he does. Though,
if you're muted, you're good.
Yeah. So we should be good. My mom over here building a house back here. Mom, say hi to the podcast.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, so let's move on to another tragic story other than what's going on in my room. This nigga Delonte West life is done flipped upside down, bro. So, I mean, hell, Josh, I'm gonna let you run it down, the news with Delonte. While I mute my mic. Please do it.
I'm running it down, bro. Why I gotta run it down, bro?
Nigga, I got people building in my crib.
Listen here. Delonte is out here homeless. Not only homeless, but at his worst of his worst. And this is not the first we have seen of Delonte. Please quote back to not even 8 months ago when Delonte was found doing some other wild shit. I forget exactly what he was doing. I probably should have had that up too. But my man Delonte is out here homeless and getting bullied. Not only bullied, but recorded while being bullied by the police officer.
On a busy road, on a highway.
The police, first of all, I'm not going to be one of them average day, hater black people that,
niggas.
I'll be around. I'm not going to call y'all niggas either because that just makes me as low. But listen.
Niggas with an E.
We need to stop hating on these cops, but at the same time, these cops need to stop acting stupid. You do not need to be recording someone. I don't care how famous they was or who they are. Stop recording people against their will. You should be fired, and I'm pretty sure your ass is fired. Good. I'm glad you're fired.
Some police officers have cameras in their vest.
They just probably got that footage back.
You need to let it be known that you are being recorded. Anything that you say actually will be used against you because I have video recording. And you should have a warrant for that shit. You should not be able to just walk around with a fucking vest. Actually, maybe that's good. Maybe we need to have everyone have a vest on.
No, that's the point of it. Good.
Yeah, we need to see these crooked ass motherfuckers for who they are. Yeah. I'm with that. But here it is, bro. Delonte's out here living the worst life he possibly can at this point. Honestly, bro, it's not his fault. It's literally LeBron James. Huh?
This nigga's living the absolute worst life possible.
He is living the worst life possible, and it is not his fault. It is literally LeBron James' fault. I want to blame LeBron James, who has not come to the rescue of Delonte West, like former boss of Delonte West, Danny Ainge, a white man, or any other NBA executive that has reached out to get Delonte help. Where you at, Mr. James? Spending $1 million on yourself.
How hard is to track a crackhead?
I don't care. No. You are spending $1 million on your health every year, but you done ruined one man's life. I hope you don't sleep well at night, Mr. James. It is not his fault your mama was trying to get it down. That's your mama's fault. You know what type of girl she was. You brought her to the locker room. She could have got it on with Tristan Thompson. She could have got it on with J.R. Smith. She could have got it on with any of them hoes. But guess what? She decided to go with Delonte, country hood ass. And guess what?
That's not his fault. That's your mama's fault. And that's your fault for bringing your mama to the locker room. You need to stop doing this to Delonte West.
So
and
what
you
Josh is referring to is how Delonte West, an NBA player who's like, who's all strung out and shit now, and he's all fucked up. He used to play on LeBron's team way back in Cleveland. This is a very long time ago. And it was revealed that Delonte was in fact fucking LeBron's mom. Then I think not too long after, I think maybe probably the next season or some shit, he ended up not in the team. They say, he was out of the league, and then he just disappeared off the face of the earth. And years later, I think last year was the first time we saw him again. Somebody saw him in the street. He was all strung out looking like a crackhead. And now, and now the most recent thing, him getting his ass beat on the fucking freeway, and then afterwards, in police custody, talking crazy shit like he was a ninja and he gonna beat his ass and all types of shit. Now, this shit's funny to an extent, but all jokes aside, it is tragic. It's sad, to see someone go through something like this, to go from such a high point to just so low. And this dude needs help. But, and here's the caveat. A lot of people I know are like, oh, I feel bad for Delonte. But do you feel bad for the crackhead that walks up to your car while you in the middle of a packed freeway begging for $1?
Yeah.
You probably don't feel nearly as bad as you're expressing for it. You're probably annoyed. In your heart, you probably feel bad, but your first reaction is annoyance. You're like, get the fuck out of my way. You stink. Nigga, I'm a New Yorker, so I'm gonna see you in a buck. Nigga, no. Niggas ain't got niggas in New York, we ain't got no patience for the fucking homeless people.
If you're in my small ass city,
but yeah,
and my city,
and I'd even just challenge most people, bro, you're not as concerned. You know what I mean? So the thing is, you're looking at this from a distance, but if this nigga walked up on you stinking like, yo, can I get $1, man? Can I get $1? And you ain't recognized as Delonte West, you're like, yo, come on, man. Here's $1. Now get the fuck up on you, stink. But the mere fact that you know it's Delonte West and you know where he came from and that he fell down, And I mean, to an extent, I feel less or just as bad for him than I do people who were never really given a chance. This nigga was making millions of dollars and was an NBA player and he blew it. Not saying that, he doesn't deserve a second chance. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that there are many people who don't.
Did he blow it though?
That's working off confirmed things. Now, the theory that LeBron systematically destroyed this man's life because he was digging down his mom, who was probably a hoe because she had LeBron at a very young age and was still not yet quite mature because LeBron had just reached stardom. That's another story.
I'll be real with you.
That's another story.
Delonte West didn't just fall out the league on accident. It wasn't like he was doing bad. He was always just a role player. But apparently, come on now. Apparently, he somehow got worse. He only 36, bro. Most players that are role players stay into the league today about 30, 34.
Also, by the way, Danny Ainge confirmed that he'd hired Delonte West for stuff. He hired him to do some college scouting and stuff back in the Dizzy after his career was over and stuff like that. And he tried to look out for him, but shit fell off. Also, bing, here we go. This makes it even more sad. West recalls first being diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2008 after an outburst with a referee during a preseason game. People grew increasingly concerned for Delonte West's mental health in 2016 when he exhibited some erratic behavior and appeared to be homeless. While he has disputed those reports, it didn't stop a number of people from his past, Ainge included, to check in on him. Aha! He has mental illness. But then again, that's most homeless people too. So that really doesn't that adds to it. Now we have a confirmed case, but that's a lot of homeless people too that you see on an everyday basis that you never give another chance or that you don't really that you're not too concerned about. But yeah, it's tragic. Obviously I wish the best for the nigga, But am I gonna go hunting for Delonte West trying to help him? No. Am I gonna start tweeting at my favorite NBA players or LeBron to help him? No. Will this make me second think the next time I scoff at a homeless person and ask me for money on the train? Yeah, probably. For a week, to be honest.
Top.
But you know what's funny? I do talk wild smoke, but then again, I was the nigga who at 6 years old begged my mom to give me money so I could give this pregnant lady on the train money, and me and her she held me and me and her were crying and shit.
Oh.
So then again, I talk a lot of smoke, but I be giving them niggas bread if I got it. I do it all the time, bro. I literally give them niggas food. I remember one time, I think a month ago, I went to a food stand, got some food. I was like, I'm about to eat good. And this nigga just came up right after I walked away from. Was like, yo, man, I just gave him all my shit and went upstairs hungry. I was just like, so I talk a lot of smoke because yes, some niggas irritate me, but like, you gotta look out, you know. Like,
They gotta do what they gotta do.
Like that shit must suck, you know. Like it sucks. Like they're annoying, they stink, but life's a bitch, so you gotta look out for them.
My problem is like when I go to New York and shit and go like through the tunnel and shit, like the Holland Tunnel. There's those crackheads that like try to clean your windshield. Like, no. How about you don't touch my windshield and you take the money? How about that?
I think that's what they do. It's like they bait you. It's like, hey, if I clean it, you gotta pay me, and if you stop me, you gotta pay me. So you know, like it's a swindle.
Like I'm fine with like I'd rather give the other homeless people that are just chilling and like have a cup in front of them. Like they're not bothering me, but like my man's. If I wanted my windshield to be clean, I'd do it with a single button. You feel me?
Yeah,
that's the problem. That like
I don't need you over here smearing your your struggle juice all over my windshield.
Oh my god, bro!
I touch my window and I get a bump later. Like, yeah. I feel you on that.
After they clean it, I clean it again with my fucking. Like, nah, bro. And it's funny because they say they're cleaning it and it gets all powdery and shit, and like it gets really bad. I'm like, oh well, there goes my $1.
Randomly, yeah.
Yeah. So
God bless the homeless. America has a huge homeless problem, bro. But that's so. But there is we have way too much fucking money for there not to be more.
Andrew Yang was trying to give everybody some money yearly.
Andrew Yang, yeah, I know. That's why. Oh man, yo,
it's whatever. Yo, no, don't get me started because I will go on a rant again. And this episode is already long as fuck. I don't want to start on this.
That's a fact.
I'll go on that rant some other time, bro, because I'm tired of these old ass people. And Kevin has identified me. Kevin, my uncle, has identified me as ageist. I am against old people at this point. And you know what? I should have known this from the get-go because I said if I was the president, them motherfuckers past 60 was not going to be driving because they're going to hate how much I would charge them. I promise to God they would be paying extra. Double everything. It would cost you double to get your license renewed. You would have to get it renewed every year after 60. You would hate me, motherfucker. You would think I was a tyrant in this bitch. I promise to God, I'm tired of all you old people.
I'm tired of
all you old people, man.
Nigga, if you tired of all these old people, just wait. All right, and let's end this. Let's end this with one last thing, a little bit more of a heartwarming thing, sort of. Not really. It's also sad. So Robert Whitaker, UFC fighter. I think I talked about this earlier. My bad. So Robert Whitaker had to pull out of his next UFC event, which in I think it was 2 months. He had another fight or whatever lined up. He's the guy who lost to Israel Adesanya and lost the championship belt, but he's a fucking beast. So basically, in short, the dude had to pull out because his daughter needs a bone marrow transplant, and he's gonna donate it to his little girl.
Oh, that's good.
So kudos to Bobby Walker. I wish his daughter speedy recovery with whatever she has going on. Bone marrow things, from my understanding, from what my amateur level of medical prowess, bone marrow transplants tend to be indicative of something pretty serious. So prayers for his daughter, prayers for his family, prayers for his speedy recovery with everyone. If he returns to the octagon or doesn't make a difference to me. I wish him the best.
Amen.
Aussie, oi. They say that in New Zealand too, right? Because he's from New Zealand. He's not from Australia.
No,
I could have sworn they say that.
They weirdo.
They don't say that. Oh no,
they talk different.
They do the fucking the warrior things. They go like ooga, and they do the tongue thing, right?
Something like that.
Fuck it. I tried. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Catch you guys later. Oh, closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. I got one. I got two.
Go
ahead. Joe Burrow for number 1. Zion's debut, worth the wait.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, those are things I was gonna bring up, but this one went way long. But it's okay. Yeah. We just quick close out. Bucks for the East so far. Team Giannis for the dub. At the All-Star weekend. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
I can't wait for Josh to be old when he looks at himself in the mirror. Yo, old ass.
I hope to have as many kids as I can, so I don't have to do nothing after I get 60. Because I swear to God, if the things I talked about happen to me, fuck it.
Oh man.
Fine. How about you, Alex? You got any closing thoughts?
Not really. No.
All right, that's fine. What about you, Jardi?
Josh being old, just leave it there.
Okay.
Can that be the title of the episode actually as well?
No, we gotta make sure people understand what we actually talking about.
Oh, okay. How about
Hands down, boy.
how about we get a filter for the old people and like use Josh and like for the fucking
That's another rant for another day. Trust me, old people. Y'all gonna hate me. I'm running for president when I turn 35, bitches. So I see y'all.
I'm moving out the country.
I hope so.
I have
Canada
faith.
looking nice. It's getting warm out there too.
Y'all better go, bro. Y'all better go. Because it's gonna be
Australia. So here with John being president.
I heard bud is pretty cheap up there too, bro.
Finger pop in the fucking North Korean.
I ain't doing nothing. I feel like we're gonna be chilling in my America. We ain't messing up nobody.
I feel like Josh would run America better than fucking Trump though.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna work on us purely. We gonna self-reflect for 4 years, and then y'all gonna have to elect me so some shit happen. We look at all y'all and be like, look, y'all been fucking up. That's how I'm gonna do it.
But we're gonna be in depth though.
Maybe
even more.
Maybe shit.
We're not ever getting out of debt. It don't matter.
All right, bro.
Dig the pod deeper.
Facts, Craig.
All right,
guys.
I
we all hope you enjoyed the episode. If you stuck around this long, you're fucking insane. Yeah, we love you. We'll do this more. It probably won't be as long either because it won't be as much to say.
Nope.
It might be a thing too where we might split UFC events and regular sports stuff.
Yeah, I think that might be the best way to do it.
Because UFC events mean so much to us as a group because we all have a lot to say about it since we're all fans. Whereas with the other stuff, it's kind of like, here and there, hit or miss. But we'll figure it out.
Sports score out.
Yeah. Catch you guys next one. I think sports score out. My bad. And I'm just still going. Next episode should probably be about me, Josh, Aaron, and Zaire probably talking about Oscar nominations and stuff like that. So if you guys like that, tune into the next one. That should become. We'll probably be recording that this weekend or some shit. So
we do the watching of the movies.
Nigga, I already started watching some of these movies. All right, catch you later. Bye.
Bye.